Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Happy New Year, everyone. I think everyone around the world's now in the new year, 2023. Here we come. Hopefully it's better than 2022, jeepers. We're at Bathurst, the home, the sacred sacred mountain in Australian racing. And tonight, 15 of the best challenge the mountain. I'm your host, Alex McKellen. Joining me as always is the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, massive race ahead, 20-degree track temp. We should see some nice quick times from some of the best going around.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. We can expect times in the 31s and maybe even a sneaky 30 if some of these guys can get the tyre prep just right. But in saying that, not very much time at all for these guys to get tyre prep going and qualifying because of the lap distance. Some of these guys might even struggle to get 2 laps in, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the case here for quite some time and continues to be so. Tim Hendrickson, Team Torpedoes, number 1 plated car here tonight. He leads us out as car number 1. Yeah, really surprising, actually. I thought I was talking to Ant Jones, his Team Torpedo teammate, and he said he might make tonight. Disappointed he's not there. Love racing with Ant. He's a quality driver. Hendrickson left to fly the torpedo flag. Adam Miles, here he is, the bridesmaid in the blue and yellow number 2 car here tonight. He's been very strong here this week, looking to put in a strong performance and get his maiden SNL victory. Dimitri Filipides, the International Man of Mystery, car number 3 here tonight. He's back under 7k. He's had a few rough ones here this week, still got some pace, and he'll be looking to mix it up. Speaking of pace, Christian Perez, he joins us for Astro Racing Team in the white and purple machine. Previous season's champions, of course, returning to taste the bright Sunday night lights. Speaking of returning, that's wrong. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mute all of that. Sorry, folks, that was terrible. I had the wrong sound thing. Oh, sorry, Sam. It's Sam Devantier, the cowboy. Oh my gosh, sorry, Sam. He's car number 5. My goodness. Oh, the New Year's stuff's getting to me. And joins us once again. Great to see the cowboy back in action. Dario Fantini, car number 6, FPM Cube Control. Steenbruggen is car number 7, but he hasn't taken the field or taken the track. That'll hurt him in terms of quality, let me tell you. Neil Gardner, captain 499. He's almost back at 499. He's car number 8 for ANZ. Luke Whitten, the 3rd ANZ driver, leading Team Milo in terms of at least I rating and seeding in this race. Very strong here at the Mount. Seems to be a very strong track for Team Milo generally. And car number 10, Jeff Randall joins us for what I think is his 2nd race, Corey.
Yeah, that should be about right, Alex. And also, as far as Steenbruggen goes, he was unfortunately having a connection issue and dropped out of the service. So hopefully he can get back in before the end of qualifying. But coming up as car number 11 is Ryan Chenoweth, and he asked me to absolutely rev him up for the broadcast here tonight. He's shown a bit of pace, did well in the race preceding the warm-up race, and he'll be looking for some big things out there. But Joachim Osbeck from Scandinavia as our 12th plated car here tonight, and he's just hoping for a good result. Mark Lay from the Asia Club is our 13th plated car here tonight as part of Team Clowns Racing. He makes his way through Griffin's Bend and not using any of the exit curb there at all, but he's hoping for a nice tidy lap here. We've got Team Milo's Russell Clark, the boss man from AusNZ, as our 14th plated car here tonight. And then sneaking in, Alex, as car number 15 with a 2.9k, so 29.34 altogether I rating, is Martin Armitage from the UK and I Club.
Wow, on debut, Armitage. That's a steep drop-off, isn't it? 4,500 for car 14, 2,900 for car 15. I bet Martin's wondering what's going on and what he's found himself in today. Anyway, we'll see. Good luck and all the best, Martin. I hope you do very well on debut as the leading drivers now starting to get close to finishing their laps. 20-degree track temp. We should see times duck into the 2-minute 30 region. There has yet to be a 2-minute 29 in quali, although Hendrickson, the man on your screen, has come the closest with a 2:30 dead in quali. 30.053 or something like that. I can't remember the specific digits, but he set the fastest run down Conrod, which is a great thing to do, get the run out of the elbow and chuck it down Conrod. Second fastest straight that the skippies visit after the Nordschleifer is at Conrod, and they have been known to tap out here in terms of their gearing. 2-minute 30.9 for his first lap. Not as quick as we might expect. Adam Miles now coming around to finish his first lap. Expect him to challenge Hendrickson as he jumps up. Where does he jump up to? Only P7, Corey. That's very surprising. 4/10 of the lead. He'll have something to say about in his second lap, no doubt.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And unfortunately, with the nature of the Bathurst track, just takes one small mistake and you can lose not just a couple of tenths, but maybe an entire half a second to a second. Just from one bad exit, and those turn one coming out of the cutting, and of course Forest Elbow, very important corners, those three, for getting good lap time, and hopefully Adam just manages to stitch it all together, as we have all but one who have registered lap times. I think Steenbruggen has come back into the server, but obviously he doesn't have enough time to stitch together a qualifying lap. So he's just going to have to hope for the best here, as everyone's going around the top of the mountain now, Alex.
Yeah, he'll get one in, I think. Oh, no, actually he won't. You're absolutely right. Unless he's on one now, which I don't know that he is. I'm just following him down through the final corner at Murray's. He lets the rear get a bit happy there. Beautiful use of the track. Has he set a time there? No. I don't believe
he's just started his first lap, Alex.
Yeah, he's not going to get it. No. All right. Well, Henderson continues to lead the way. He's setting purple sectors across the top this time. The rear of the car really dancing as he headed through the elbow. Wondering what sort of exit he's got there. Witten setting a purple sector in the first, which is, again, equally very important because he got Mountain Straight. Has Witten... Yeah, Witten's leading. Is he ahead of... Yeah, no, he's just a fraction behind Hendrickson. Of course, they run in isolation here. Solo, alone qualifying sessions. Let's follow Hendrickson as he comes down through the chase now for the final time in quali. They'll all be very quick to quali, quick to finish from here on in, because as we know, they only get enough time for the two quick ones, Corey.
And that's exactly right, Alex. As Hendrickson comes around the final corner right now, let's see what kind of a time he can muster here. So he comes up and crosses the line, and it's a 30.756. So not as quick as what he would probably be hoping, as the rest of the time start flooding in. Sam Devantia pops up to second with a 30.8.
Perez drops it on pole.
Perez.
There you go. Miles, what's he got for us? Nothing is the answer. He stays in P8, Corey. That's a surprise.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. I'm going to have to look at his second lap there, see what he got. And he must have one exit. It's gone.
Yeah, I don't think he set a time. All right, let's grab our grid, folks, for round 3 of Sunday Night Lights, season 30 here at Bathurst. Christian Perez chucks it on pole for Astro Racing Team with a 2:30.5, just ahead of Team Torpedoes. The rivalry continues with Hendrickson some 2/10 behind, joins him on the front row. Sam Devantia comes back in style for Speedy Snails, chucks it on the second row as the leading ANZ driver, joined beside him by Team Milo. The Milo Speedy Snails rivalry continues. Luke Witten starting out of 4th. Jeff Randall qualifies in a sensational position there, starting from P5 for UKNI, and only his second Sunday Night Light race, or second broadcast race at least. Dario Fatini of FBM Cube Controls joins him on the third row, starting in 6th. International Man of Mystery, Dimitri Filippidis, starts out of 7th. Alongside him, only one lap time set was Adam Miles for UKNI. He'll be disappointed with that, but every chance to move forward from there. Goose Juice Racing's Ryan Chinnerworth starts out of 9th. Tonight, joining him on the 5th row, surprisingly, he's got some pace here. Team Milo boss man Russell Clark starts out of 10th. Joachim Osbeck, Scandinavia, out of 11th. Neil Gardner, Captain 499, out of 12th as we go to the page. 13th tonight, the Lone Clown, making his vie at the head clown title, will be Mark Lay out of 13th. Martin Armitage on debut starts out of 14th, and Alex Steenbruggen, who did not set a time, out of 15th tonight. Big shout out to Vasco's away with the family and unable to race. I know he's in the audience tonight, but the head glound title under threat, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex, as everyone is now on the grid. As the red lights mean rev, the intensity is starting to pick up. The green light means go as Frank the Flag Marshal vigorously waves his green flag in the air. We're often racing on the run down to Hell Corner.
Yeah, and the rivalry straight away into it goes Hendrickson and Perez. They get through turn one pretty so. Look at this, 15 cars line of stern, although there's already a bit of a gap. Yes, Osbeck is oh no, they've closed it up. They're okay. Oh, there's a bit of side-by-side action going on. 2x2 in the front. 4 already. Hendrickson just wrests the lead from Perez. Witten does the same with Devantier for P3 as they get settled up the mountain for the first time.
That's right, Alex. Hendrickson is going to lead us into the cutting for the first time. This is another one of those crucial corners. You don't get a good run out of the cutting, it'll ruin your entire run for the top of the mountain, because you can run pretty much flat foot from here all the way through to the S's heading into the dipper. And it's also another sneaky place where you can maybe see some overtakes happen, such as the power of the draft sometimes, as everything's still pretty line to stern right now, Alex, and no one really looking to make any moves across the top.
Nah, you're braver than me if you're making moves across the top. Look at Witten giving it everything to bridge that gap. You're right, the run between the cutting and the S is essentially a straight. You turn the wheel a bit, but you flat chat throughout as the front pack, or the whole pack, the whole field comes down the mountain for the first time. They duck through the elbow. Crucial and probably the most important track, or corner on the track, I should say, as the cars stream down the mountain for the first time. Line of stern, our whole field bar Martin Armitage, who on debut is stuck out the back, I think, as they all go under the Fuso Bridge down to the kink for the first time, side by side. Will they go three-eyed? Witten contesting his spot, trying to move forward next to Hendrickson. Perez has got the lead, side by side behind they go, and Hendrickson holds on to P2. He's wanting to continue his rivalry, but Witten was P2 here last season. It's a strong track for Milo, and Witten leading and staking the claim this time round, Corey.
Oh, that's right, Alex. This is a pretty strong track for both Milo and Speedy Snails. Of course, a few of the drivers from both stables having so much experience over here. It pains me to remember the times of when we used to do league racing here. And you can see Sam Devantier in just behind Luke Witten. Of course, Milo and Speedy Snails with a huge rivalry, and it's currently in favour of the Milo driver. But we'll see what we can get going up Mountain Straight this time. You see Hendrickson stepping out. That might be more in defence than it is offence, just trying to leave Luke Witten on the outside so he didn't go for a move, and that's exactly what's occurred there. And Sam Devantier getting a little sniff of a gap there, but deciding not to take it on this occasion, Alex.
Yeah, and now he's side by side with Randall. He's going to go around the outside at the cutting. Is he? Devantier holds on to that. Yeah, very interesting. The nature of the skips these days and the circuit itself. It used to be that you go around the outside of Griffins at turn 2, no problems. These days, if you get out there, you are well and truly out there. You get hung out to dry. You can, in challenging to move forward a position on the outside, actually go back too. So strategically, it almost makes it a one-line corner, and side by side, very difficult to get it done around the outside, if not impossible, as the guys now coming down through the S's, one of the most challenging parts of any circuit that we visit, down through the dipper and into the all-important elbow one more time, Corey.
That's right, Alex. Let's see what kind of an exit these guys get. As you said, the most crucial corner on the track. Sam Devantier clipping the wall on the exit there, and that's going to affect his speed a little bit, but he'll pick back up on it with a little bit of draft. And just in behind these guys, Dimitri Philippides going for a move on Jeff Randall, Alex.
Yeah, and Miles looking to make it 3 wide. I think Randall actually clipped the wall quite hard at the elbow as well, and that's cost them. The front 4 now are gone. Devanti on the tail end of that front group, they're gone, and it's just a matter of Miles now on the front, who has got pace to burn. He's up 3 spots. No easy feat. He made them all, I think, on this lap. The gap now is just about a second. If you look at the front group here, Miles is just about a second. If he gets this corner right and the next one, oh, you see Witten moving out of the draft, not looking to make a move, probably showing in defence more than anything else of Devantia. Devantia holds him there. Doesn't really hurt them, but what does hurt them is the run of Adam Miles, who they were away. They were dead set away. Miles has now set the fastest lap with a 30.1. And that's got him back in touch half a second off the back, and we still have a race, although that gap is starting to grow. It's now 3/4 of a second. You can see the difference the draft makes there as Devantia glued to the back of Witten, who's going to make the move. That'll bring Miles back into it. No, shows the nose. Perez has nothing of it, and Miles right back into it. And in the meantime, Philippides has lost out to Randall and has dropped back to P7, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. I think Philippides also having a little bit of a network issue. Noticed as they were coming down Conrad Straight, blinking out ever so slightly, experimenting with some alternate dimensions. So hopefully that'll stabilize for him as the race goes on. But Adam Miles absolutely dragging this second pack up to the top pack. And now we have a pack of 9 cars leading the way, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. They're kicking along. We've still got 9 in this front pack. Surprisingly, Russ Clark now as P10 has dropped off the back. Osbeck racing with him. Steenbruggen has moved forward. He's up 3 positions ahead of Mark Lay. Gardner has dropped a couple, and Armitage on debut. You can really see the difference there. Unfortunately for Armitage, he would have been right at home in split 2. But that deficit, just a bit much for him tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully better for the run. And, you know, gets a good look at what some of the top end of town are doing. Hendrickson leading the way. Witten, Perez, Devantia. Oh, they've contacted on the straight, Corey. I thought they'd buried the hatchet and called a calm sort of truce, and then they've contacted on Conrad. Oh, no, it could flare up once again, Corey.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And that was a very scary situation. That could have ended up in a big pile-up on the straightaway, considering how close everyone behind him is. But because of that, Luke Witten went around the outside of them, coming down Conrad Straight, and he's going to come across as your leader here at the end of lap 3, which is definitely going to keep our Australian hopes alive, as I'm pretty sure he's one of the only people who has won at Bathurst in a skippy from the AusNZ Club.
Yeah, absolutely. That rear wing of Hendrickson looking a little bit second-hand after that one, and there's a little bit of a gap opened up between Philippides on the back of this one and Frattini in the charge, as we see Chenoweth now coming to the right-hand side of Mountain Straight. Looking to see, I wonder if Frattini gives that up. Looks like he might. He doesn't want to hang him out. Osbeck and Clark arguing the toss behind them. No, they go back line astern as well. Meanwhile, up front, Hendrickson has got back in front up Mountain Straight. Made the draft pass past Witten. Hendrickson not suffering too badly from that rear wing by the looks. Uses all the track on the exit of the cutting expertly, as you should. And Randall having set the fastest lap in the draft last time round, Corey, with a 29.69. Nice.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. He won't want to go any faster than that for the rest of this race, as Hendrickson made a pass around the outside going into Griffin's Bend, which we were saying just before, a very, very difficult move to make these days. But Hendrickson, just one of those aliens that can just manage to get it done as we come down through the cutting once more. The skippy's lifting in the air a little bit, such as the elevation change through that section of the track and through Forest Elbow. Now let's see what kind of moves and shakes we get coming down Conrad this time, Alex.
Yeah, Perez a little bit far back to make too much of an impression. In fact, might get come under threat from Devantia and Miles behind. and they'd be worried a little bit about the gap that's opened up in front. It's about 0.6. Meanwhile, side by side, Witten and Hendrickson. Hendrickson facilitates the pass. That's him by. Similarly, Devantier going past Perez. Perez not quite as open to being passed. In fact, he wants to stay in third and battles or argues the point, and Devantier goes through on a compromised line, and that may well cost them the front pack as it's out to 7/10. Speedy Snails driver tucked in behind Hendrickson, wanting, as is Witten, to get through and get on with it. See if they can't extend that lead. It's already out to 8/10. Look at Hendrickson itching to get by and see what he can do about extending that gap. It's back down to just over half a second as the short run down the start finish straight into Hell Corner gets consumed. And this front pack of 7 drivers back to Philippides has just got the mini breakaway as we see Hendrickson draft past. Now you see again going around the outside. It's actually more likely Luke facilitating, giving him the outside line, which is the racing line, and then tucking him behind into Griffins and Devantier now all over the back of them. That draft doing its job and bringing us all back into one big pack, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. And that was also facilitated by Witten, just going a little bit wide coming out of the final corner. And that's what checked them up a little bit on the front straight, which had Hendrickson all over his gearbox. But Hendrickson, it seems like, as you said, that rear wing damage just really not affecting him at all here. And of course, he is such a smooth operator. He could probably race without a rear wing, and he would still be posting very competitive times as they come across out of the grate and in towards where Skyline is going to be. And we'll see how they go down the S's this time, which is, as you said, one of the more difficult sections of the track. Very easy to lock up a wheel and end up in a fence here, Alex.
Yeah, speaking of which, Randall pushing very hard in the background. Saw him clip the wall coming across the top, but he's managed to hang on and continues in this front pack. Absolutely. These guys pushing very hard through the elbow of, obviously, like I said, the most important corner on the track, leading on to the longest and fastest straight. Second fastest straight bit of road that we visit in the skips, as we said, and tapping out at about 213. You might see 215 if you're lucky, and 3 abreast they go momentarily. A Speedy Snail driver Sam Devantier looks to take his turn at the front. Perez looking to get involved. 2 by 2 they go through the kink. Perez and Hendrickson forced to play second fiddle as there's a bit of contact there. Perez comes, beautiful control, hangs onto it, but here we go. Perez is now in P7. How much fight has the Spaniard got in him? And I reckon, Corey, he's got a fair bit just quietly.
Oh yeah, that little move there coming through the chase will definitely have fired him up quite a bit, and he's going to be looking to make his way back through this pack. But at the front of the pack, we have the age-old battle of the Speedy Snails versus Milo, as Sam Devantier is on the point. One of the only other drivers to capture a win in SNL competition, as you can see in the background. The Luke Witten car steps out, and we're going to go 3 wide up Mountain Straight as Tim Hendrickson fancies himself a big move up the inside into Griffins. And it's going to put Luke on the outside. Luke just can't catch a break here. He goes for a pass for the lead, and then he gets past at the same time, staying in second. For what seems like an eternity here, Alex.
I reckon, you know, the irony, I mean, how is it always Hendrickson and Perez coming together out of everyone? But what I think maybe, I'm wondering if Hendrickson saw that Perez was that far back. He wanted to get on front and see if he can't stretch his legs out there. But Perez is still in the draft, half the race to go, just under as we cross the mountain for lap 6 of 10. You know, Luke Witten won't mind being in second position here. Second at a stretch third. You're still well in the fight for when the points are on offer at the end of the race. Anywhere in the top 3 are really going to win it. If you cross the mountain in those positions on the final lap, anyone behind that is really going to struggle to figure in the podium positions in particular. So expect on lap sort of 8 and 9 some of the cards in this deck being shuffled, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex, especially on Mountain Straight and Conrod Straight, I reckon that's also where we might see a sneaky move across the top. It's not preferable to see a move across the top because that's one of the most dangerous places to try and make a move, as Luke Whitten this time tries to make a move for the lead. This time he's not going to get challenged too wide, and coming into the chase, it looks like he's going to hold on to it. Hendrickson slipping straight back into his draft, not letting anyone else get too much of an advantage. As we come out of the chase, Luke Whitten is going to lead lap number 6, as we're only going to have 4 laps to go. Alex, who have you got your money on?
Oh, I won't rule Perez out. Whitten takes the Milo line through the final quarter, or the exit thereof. He went very deep with the draft through the chase as well. Almost ran off, but he didn't lose too much. I don't know how much lifting was going on in the back of the pack, but it certainly looked like he was having a good time, nothing else. 2 packs, both led by Milo cars. Team boss man Russell Clark leading the second pack with several folks in tows. Hendrickson takes the lead up Mountain Straight once again. What's Sam Devantier got to say about this positional play? Is he gonna get hung out to dry by Miles? Yes, he is. Miles coming through on the inside. See what I mean? Devantier hung out to dry, was looking to go for a position and actually cost him one. So, and Miles comes across to cover him. A side-by-side in front. Oh, will Whitten get hung out to dry? No, they get it done through the cutting this time. Oh, look, if they've started early. I said lap 8 and 9. They've started on lap 7. The Ducks and Drakes are starting to get cooked here up the mountain, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. Everyone's stepping up the intensity massively. And Adam Miles up 5 positions from where he started, sitting in 3rd right now. And some would say he is absolutely in the box seat to finally strip off the bridesmaid dress. We'll see what he can do, because it's still a lot of race to go here, Alex, and still a lot of drafting opportunities to go as well.
Mate, I just want to have a quiet word about Mr. Perez in the purple and white Astro livery. He was on the back of this pack a lap ago. He's now in P4, right? The others have sort of stayed stationary throughout, and he's moved forward. It's very difficult to move forward in a draft train, but he's managed to get up 3 positions in the last lap. So like I said, watch out for him as he's about to get the run on Adam Miles once again. Pulls out into the side draft, and look at that, side by side with Miles. Whitten in front, goes side by side with Hendrickson. Whitten takes the lead. They're going to go 2 by 2. Oh, Perez and Hendrickson again end up side by side in the braking zone at the chase. Hendrickson surely has a run this time. Yes, forced tight, and oh no, Perez gets the drive out of the corner. They're going to go side by side into the final run out of Murray's. Yes, they are. Whitten licking his lips. Does Hendrickson cede? No, he doesn't. He says we'll go around again. Beside wing mirrors, nearly clipping. Neither wanting to give ground. And finally, Hendrickson pulls in behind. The discretion finally making the better part of Valor this time round. And there you go, Perez, 2 laps to go. In fact, it was only a lap and a half ago. He's in P7, now he's in P2, vying for the lead, Corey, with 2 laps remaining, 2 circuits of this amazing Australian track.
Well, that's exactly right, Alex. But it's one thing to get the lead from here. It's going to be a complete another thing for him to hold it, as Hendrickson in 3rd, looking to take 2nd around the outside of Griffins. And he's actually going for the lead here, as he got an awesome run on the outside of Luke Whitten as well. And Luke, once again, stuck on the outside coming into the cutting. Will he be able to slot back into 2nd? Or will that gap get filled by Perez as well? It's going very deep on the outside there, and he might actually stick side by side with Hendrickson here, just going to give him the advantage going across the top, Alex.
Unbelievable. One's Whitten side by side with Hendrickson side by side with Perez. They're going to go across the mountain, surely. This will end in tears. What's Whitten got? He's sitting there going, please, boys, get it sorted behind me. Leave me alone. And Perez gets through finally. Unbelievable. Oh, little contact. They've kept it going. Will Perez hang on to it? Slides the rear, comes back on. Oh, they kiss momentarily over the crest of Scholar. They get it sorted. Unbelievable car control there from Perez. These boys are putting on some kind of show, and we're back line astern by the time we hit Skyline. Unbelievable racing.
Oh, this is incredible racing that we've got on offer here, Alex. Perez what can you say about the car control he's putting on display here? Out in the grass and in the sand, and pulls it back in and somehow does not take out the entire field. It's unfathomable, the skill that we're seeing on display here tonight. But what this has done is our top three has gotten away from Adam Miles back and forth, Alex, to the tune of only about 2 or 3 tenths right now, but it's just enough that they're probably not going to be ending up catching them.
How on earth did they manage to pull a gap during all that? Side by side, this time it's Perez and Witten. Perez eager to get back onto the back of the team torpedo driver in front of him, renew that season-long battle, one that carried over from last season to some degree. Of course, last season's champion no longer with us, Mr. Espez. He's chosen to move on to other things by the looks of things. He's got his trophy and he's walked away a champion, like many before him in our 30 seasons. However, we are lap 9 of 10. I'm waiting to see anyone in the tail end of this pack start to move forward. What have they got for us this time? Perez is going to pull out to the outside. Is Hendrickson going to box him outside? Is he going to hug? Nah, Perez is going to keep him tight. Witten, is he going to make it 3 wide? Miles is coming up in this. I think Witten's going to struggle. Oh, 3 wide. Can they do it? Witten. Oh, look at the rear of that Milo car. He's going to be well and truly hung out. He's going to... This is what I'm saying. You go around the outside, you lose 2 positions. Not only is he not going for the lead, now he's back to 5th and fighting for that. As we see Perez and... Oh, there's contact in the rear. Devantier and Randall. Oh, that's going to block it up. How's that going to go there? Oh, there you go. They've managed to get through there. Devantier's out, though. He's out of contention, probably carrying damage. Now we're down to 4 at the front with Perez and Hendrickson. Miles has moved forward, and now we've got Witten in P4, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Just a race in 4 now, and I can tell you, Sam Devantier absolutely very dejected of the situation. It seems like there might have been a little bit of netcode contact between himself and Adam Miles, and Adam now also in the box seat, sitting there in 3rd, and he's got a chance to go for a win here with just a lap and a half to go.
Yeah, just trying to follow what happened through. Oh, yeah, netcode pushed Sam out into the wall, and Randall got caught up with him as well. And, oh, yeah, the camber falls away there, and you've got no chance whatsoever. There's all sorts of gripping away, and you're gone. As we jump back up the front, penultimate, I should say, run down the mountain, down Conrod. And we see side-by-side pairings of Hendrickson and Perez. No surprise there. Witten surely makes it 3 wide. No, he's got Miles to contend with. Side-by-side, oh, desperately trying to make it 3 wide. Oh, they're 2s again. Double pairings now. Miles really needs to move forward if he wants to figure in this one. Otherwise, it'll be a repeat. Oh, yeah, here we go. Witten covers him off. Now it's Perez leading the final lap. Now, there have been some fair income ducks and drakes on the last lap about who wants to lead and who doesn't want to lead and all the rest of it this week. What's going to happen this time round? The second pack led by Philippides this time. Look, it's a monster pack now after all that action in the preceding lap. Now, white flag's out, Corey. Perez leads them. Hendrickson in tow. Witten in tow. Miles in tow. This is where it matters. What's going to happen, Corey? Run us through it.
So we're going up mountain straight, and we can see over 3 wide for the lead. In fact, just about 4 wide. Adam Miles thought about it for a second, decided to pull in behind Luke Witten.
It's all over.
He tried to squeeze across, and that's just messed everything up. Luke Witten is out of this race, and Hendrickson down to 3rd, and he is losing a boatload of time. He's a second back from Adam Miles right now, Alex, as it's just a race in 2 between Perez and Miles at this point.
Perez and Miles it is. Here's a lesson for you folks. Don't run the outside line at Griffins. Well, Luke Witten is the one in front here coming into the corner, but watch, he gets hung out to dry. He's got a bit on the grass. The rear lets go. He hangs onto it. He comes across the front of Hendrickson. Hendrickson nowhere to go. Perez on the inside where you want to be. Run that line on the inside and away you go. And that's an end to Witten's competitive night. Let's get back to live pictures up front. Adam Miles has come through. Perez. Oh, Miles nearly lets the rear go down the mountain as they head through the dipper for the final time. It is Perez leading the way. Hendrickson looming large in the background. But what's Miles got for the Spaniard now? as they come through the elbow for the final time. Little lock up front, inside left from Miles. Hendrickson flying with a small gap now. We got 0.3 of a second, just over. Miles, what's he got for Perez? Perez using all the track and a little bit more, decides to take the inside ultimately, which will leave him on the outside of the king. Oh, he's squeezing for everything he's worth. He's just left him enough. Oh, Miles goes through. Will the crisscross occur? No, he defends into the chase this time round. Here comes the bridesmaid. What's he got? Perez on the outside. Oh, runs him a bit wide. And here he goes. The bridesmaid will become the bride for the first time in SNL history. Here he is, Adam Miles. He stuffed his quali. He's up 7 positions to take out his maiden victory from Perez and Hendrickson. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Adam Miles, congratulations and well done, Corey. Look at the gaggle behind. Look at all these skippies following in the wake of the bridal train, Corey.
Oh, it was absolutely incredible, Alex. They were 3 wide coming down Conrod Straight while we were looking at the leaders. I saw them in the background of shot, and it's amazing that they've all made it through and seemingly without hitting anything. And now everyone at home, you're probably wondering why the drivers are still on track driving around. They're doing the Bathurst tradition. They're all going to make their way through to the top of Conrod Straight, and then we're going to see an absolute spectacle.
Absolutely. Just seeing this big group fit. Oh, 3 wide into the final corner. Get that in you. Wow. Oh, there's drama. Look at this pack. This could have been for the win. Unbelievable scenes as they all cross the line there. Crazy stuff. Let's see where the boys are for the celebratory run up there. Look, they're racing to get there. I'm sure I'm live. Yes, I am. I am live. Absolutely. Live pictures, folks, as they race to get to the jump. Look at them. They're going as hard as they can, Corey, to get there first.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad strategy to be the first one at the jump, because normally from about the 3rd car on back, that's where things get a little bit crazy, because, you know, draft comes into effect and starts playing tricks on some of the drivers. So we'll just have to see how they're going to manage it with such a large contingent of cars coming for it.
Well, it's not quite what it used to be over the jump. She ain't as easy as it once was, let me tell you. These guys led now by Russell Clark the third. He's getting ready. They're all going to line up here, folks. Oh, come on, settle down, everyone. Oh no, Perez, no, they're all going to. Oh, they've all kind of got it going. Here we go. Perez is going to lead them away. What if we get on the top split TV chopper and see what it looks like? Here we go. Maybe the TSTV blimp will give us a better view. There we go. As they all start coming down the mountain. Nah, I don't like that view. We'll get back on the chopper pilot. Where is he? There he is. Here we go. 4 in a row. Bang. Oh, no. Oh, we lost it. And they're all crashing here, there, and everywhere. Because I grabbed someone who didn't miss the best part of the race. Oh, jeepers. Some of them made it okay. Some of them, not so much. Mr. Gardner, Captain 499 on his lip.
Christian Perez made the jump pretty perfectly.
Yeah, nice. And then there's some skippy mating rituals going on after the race. Okay. All right. Speaking of after the race, let's go check our race results. There we go. Round 3. From the sacred Mount Panorama, Season 30, Sunday Night Lights, Adam Miles takes out his maiden victory. I can see him in the green room, ready to have a chat. From Christian Perez for Astro Team Racing. Tim Hendrickson, Team Torpedo, rounds out your podium here on New Year's Day 2023. Russell Clark, the third, continues. Well, he didn't actually qualify that well, but I tell you, he's up 6 positions to finish in P4 in your top 5. Dario Fattini not far behind him in the standings there in P5 for Team Milo and FPM Cube Controls respectively. The international man of mystery Dimitri Philippidis finishes in 6th ahead of Steenbruggen, who was the biggest mover in the field. He, after not getting a qualifying time, he's finished up 8 positions in P7. The lone clown and the leading clown here tonight, Mark Lay, finishes up 5 positions in P8. He'll be pretty happy about that, I would have thought. Jeff Randall for UK and I, he's finished in 9th. Ryan Chenoweth, the wildlife warrior for Goose Juice Racing, he's down there in 10th, just dropped 1 position from where he qualified. Captain 499, Neil Gardner, up 1 in 11th. Luke Whitten for Team Milo made the fatal mistake of running the outside at Griffin's, not only 2 wide but 3 wide. Clipped the grass on entry and cost himself and probably Hendrickson a chance at the win. Finishes inside the points though in P12. Joachim Osbeck in 13th. Sam Devantier, the cowboy, had suffered a similar fate to Whitten, but a couple of spots further down there in P14 for the Speedy Snails driver. And Martin Armitage on debut, a little bit out the back there, P15, but no doubt better for the run, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. I always get to cherish every single time I get to race against some of the top split guys because they help me be faster. It's plain and simple. And yeah, it definitely helps, especially back when we were doing league racing around here every week. I gradually got faster and faster and safer, and I wish we had a little bit more of it.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
In the end, what an incredible race, all in all. Action of plenty, and Adam Miles finally shedding that bridesmaid dress to come home with the win. He was my secret pick right from the get-go, just because of the pace that I've seen him have by himself in the race that I did a few hours ago. And, he definitely lived up to expectations and finally coming home for his maiden victory.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Speaking of the man himself, let's bring him up now. Always the bridesmaid and never the... Oh, hang on. No, he's not. He's shaking the moniker. Mr. Adam Miles. Congratulations, Adam. You came through. The elbows were out there at the end. You got it done, mate. Congratulations and Happy New Year all along with it.
Thank you very much, Alex. Wow, it's been a couple of races coming.
Just a couple, mate.
I need to qualify P8 more often, I think. That's clearly the secret to success here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should start at qualifying. Lap 1 was rubbish. Lap 2, I 0x'd the wall and thought, well, that's it. I've had 24 straight podiums this week, and I've thrown it all away in the big one by just not qualifying properly. But kept my nose clean and just picked off the odd spot when it was available. Didn't do anything silly, and then fortune fell my way a little bit there on the last lap with the incident with Tim and Luke, I think. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
Mate, look, the work you put in this week obviously paying dividends. The strategy is as much of the race as it is the speed. You obviously had the speed and the strategy played out and taking advantage. Look, you got to be in there. You got to be in the right position at the right time to take advantage of what's put before you, and then you got to take advantage of it, mate. So hats off to you. Fantastic drive here tonight. Congrats on the first win, mate. I'm sure it's a nice feeling after all this time. But yeah, hopefully first of many, mate.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, hopefully they're like buses. There'll be another one next week.
Very good. I like it. Very good. All right, mate. Anyone you'd like to say good day to, thank while you're here?
I mean, yourselves for doing the broadcast. I mean, you've broadcast so many of my races now, P2s, P3s, P4s, and I'm gonna love watching this one back, I think. So huge thanks to both yourself and to Corey, and just to everyone else in that race. It was a great race, and looking forward to seeing them all next week.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for the work you do for the community as well. The Skippy community rep, of course, looking after us with track selections and other things with iRacing to keep the series alive. So thanks, Adam, and congratulations, mate. Really pleased for you tonight and look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Corey, Adam Miles, after his maiden victory. Mate, it's great to hear the excitement and you could almost hear the butterflies and everything in the stomach after winning that one, mate. Good on him.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And it's probably going to be one of the biggest wins in his iRacing career, as it's not something that tends to come around to very often. A win in the top split of the soft race. And he'll absolutely be watching that back until his mouse button is absolutely worn through. But great win. It was a great calculated race from him the entire time, and I look forward to seeing what he can do for the rest of the season now that he's finally got that monkey off his back.
Yeah, mate. We're looking at the pictures of lap 2, and he's still in P8. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it, folks. Shows a bit of patience and speed and consistency and mindfulness through the race, and look where you can get to. Fantastic effort. Similarly, we have P2 here tonight, Mr. Christian Perez. Congratulations on P2, mate. You were in it right up until the end. First of all, Happy New Year, mate. Great to see you on track this season. Really enjoying seeing you out there, mate. And congratulations on second place. Not the one you were after, though, I'm sure.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too and Corey. Well, yeah, but here in Bathurst P2 and Napole, it's okay. It's very good, so I'm happy. I was hoping a race like that a great group, everyone wants to go to the podium, so I really enjoy it. I had some travel and then on the back I could go to P1 again, so I really enjoyed that run. In the final, Adam got a top speed that I couldn't do really nothing. I tried on the outside, but he did really well on the inside, so it's well deserved to him.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well said. Really enjoy hearing about the race because you're right. Pole, I was surprised, mate, because your quali hasn't been brilliant of late. So congratulations. That's a great pole around here. Dandy gets shuffled back and then come back and be in a position to win. You can't ask for much more in a race, can you? No, that's a good night out. So congratulations, mate. Well done for Team Astro as well. Great to see you guys out there racing regularly. Anyone you'd like to say good day to or thank tonight before we let you go?
Well, to everyone in this community that is doing everything to not let this car die, and especially to you and to all the people. So thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Christian. Great to see you as always, mate, and look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, Corey, Christian Perez, who showed once again what you can do there. And he's right, starts in first, gets shuffled back all the way to the back of the front pack, 7th or 8th, I think he was at one point. And we were talking about, I said, watch him come through, and he did. And he was leading it out of the elbow for the final time and just got swamped at the end, but made a race of it too, side by side through the chase. You can't ask for more than that in terms of a race at Bathurst, mate.
Oh, that's exactly right, Alex. Perez, one of the just general racers. He will race until the cows come home, and he will do it to the best of his ability every single lap without fail. I'm glad to see him still remain in P2 after all the action that he went through tonight. But he's just going to use all that as motivation to do even better next week. And it's going to be an equally difficult track next week as well.
Yeah, we're at Sonoma next week. He's one of the guys I got to tell you. If I had to have someone to race for my house, not my life, I'm not going to wager that much. But if I had to add someone race for my house, he's one of the ones that'd be right up there for me. He's a very good racer, and I love to see him tool away at his craft. Now, we have one final person waiting for an interview. He's not where he wanted to finish. He was 11 spots down from where he started on the second row, I should say. It's the Cowboy. Hang on. Oh, no. I got the wrong one. Oh, that's twice. I've got the hang on. I'm not gonna. Anyway, I got the wrong soundboard again. Damn it! You didn't come in like a wrecking ball. Anyway, Sam, well done, mate. You were right up there, and then you weren't. I'm sorry to see the netcode monster get you. Shuffle the outside of the cutting there. Not where you want to be, mate.
Yeah, Gigi, I raced half a meter, but you win some, you lose some. Got to apologize to Adam. I kind of yelled at him because I thought it was his fault, but looking at the replay, it wasn't his fault. He's minding his own business. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. Come back stronger. But hey, it was fun.
Yeah,
that's why we're here every week.
That's it. Bit of fun. That's what you're after. And it was great to see you back up at the pointy end, mate. You've been putting in some yards lately, which is good. And no doubt, won't be too long before we see you right back up there at the front, where we were used to seeing you previously. Look forward to that as well. And representing ANZ and the Speedy Snails, as we've come to expect, mate. So, first, again, Happy New Year, mate. Thank you for joining us. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
You guys obviously it's a fresh year for everyone, so yeah, come join us every Sunday night. Pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you. Sunday nights, where it's at, here in the Skippies, here on Sunday Night Lights on Top Split TV. Thanks, Sam. Look forward to talking to you soon, mate.
See ya.
Now, Corey, I'm going to get it right this time. That was, of course, the Cowboy. Oh, man, production quality right up there with the best of them, they say. Anyway, Corey, that might just about do us. We let the folks at home know what you got coming up this week.
So I've had a very busy week since Christmas, and it's all going to continue tomorrow for the final night of the Speedway Speed Week here for me at the Perth Motorplex. You can catch all the action from that Tuesday morning on the Facebook page. Just search Speedway Memes and you should be able to find it. And then I'm looking at taking a bit of a break from most things so I can recover from Speed Week, because it's 5 events in, I'll call it 8 days, which has taken a big toll on me. We're actually lucky that I'm not asleep right now, because I've got 2 videos to edit as it is. And then back here next week with you, Alex, as we go and tackle the Sonoma Long Course.
Yeah, mate, should be interesting. Interesting to see. It turns out we've got that core group of the community who supports us each and every week. They'll be there for sure. Looking forward to seeing what this layout of Sonoma brings for us, of course. But for now, folks, that might just about do us. Thank you one and all for your support on this New Year's Day. Check us out, the replay for this and all the other 30 seasons of SNL over at the Top Split on YouTube. Of course, we'll be here each and every week on Top Split TV on Twitch. We get great support here as well. So thank you to everyone who turns up each and every week to engage with us in the chat. Hit like, thumbs up, subscribe, all those good things at these different places. And of course, join us at the other place, the Discord community. That's where everything SNL, news, views, and other bits and pieces hangs out. So again, folks, thank you one and all for joining us. And on behalf of the Chaotic One, Corey Steinhauser, I am Alex McKellar. Happy New Year, everyone. Looking forward to a bigger and better 23 with the best Skippy action going around. But until next time, folks, thank you again for joining us. And I will say ciao for now.